are live.
All right. Welcome to Renegade Game Studios Twitch channel and our very first stream. So I am Scott Gaeta, president and publisher at Renegade Game Studios, and I am joined by Desiree Love off to my right-hand side, our producer and director. And also Terry Latorco is in chat, and she'll be chatting with you. So today, we're going to take this Kickstarter exclusive deluxe Power Rangers box and unbox it for you and show you everything that's inside the box. But before we get started, I'm going to give people a chance to join us and tell you a little bit about what we're doing here at Renegade Game Studios coming up in the near future. So you can see this is one of our new sets that we've been building in our studio. And our plan is to start creating more and more content for you, our fans, so you can see what's coming up at Renegade. We can do unboxings, we can do live playthroughs, we can have RPG shows, all sorts of stuff. We're actually casting people down here in San Diego, building a whole new set out in the back side of the warehouse, and we're gonna have lots of new content coming up for you guys in the very near future, so be sure to subscribe and tune in and put your suggestions in the chat too of the types of content that you would like to see. So let's get started. You can post your questions. I've got my little monitor here and I can see your questions. I'll try to answer them as we go, but let's unbox this guy. So if you participated in the Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid Kickstarter, you know that one of the stretch goals was to get a deluxe storage box. This is it. This is the box. So if you notice, the box doesn't have any big giant logos on the front and legal lines and all that. So we wanted to make something that was really awesome. Has the logo down here at the bottom. Also, we kind of look at the sides. There's original art on all the sides. Desiree can yell at me if you guys can't get a good view.
Just a little.
All right, she's telling me to lift it up. So, original art on all the sides. Spin it around. And of course, Goldar right in front, but it doesn't stop there. So let's take that lid off. More art on all the sides. There we go. And let's start unpacking this. So what's inside? Oh, and there's art in the back too. I'll show you that later. So, first thing we have, these are locations that were exclusive to different figures and content that came in the campaign that you got as Kickstarter exclusive. So we have the shopping mall, we have the dockyard, we have the power plant, and we have the stone quarry, and of course the advanced sides on the back that are in red that are much more difficult. So we've got that. And then there's 3 big trays. This box is super deep. So let's pull the top tray out and let's look and see what's in here. Take the tape off, put this aside, and what do we have? So first of all, we have some putties. So these guys you know, and they come in, you know, you get some of these guys in the base games, like super putties, super putty patrollers, regular putties. And then we have, so here's the Rita Repulsa alternate sculpt that was a Kickstarter exclusive, so she's in there. Oh, let's see, we also have Lord Zed. So Lord Zed miniature. We have White Ranger hero figure, so you can play with the White Ranger. We have Scorpina. And last but not least in this tray, this is the Green Ranger bad guy figure. So that's him as a villain, so you can use the Green Ranger as one of your bad guys in the game. All right, that's the first tray. Lots of little guys, all the foot soldiers here. Put this one aside. The second tray is lots and lots and lots of foot soldiers. So these are all the Tango Warriors. Take some of these guys out. And the Z Putty Patrollers. There's one of those guys. So there you go. So the second tray is all foot soldiers. They all have their own slots. These guys, there's so many of them that we actually had to design this tray so there's wells with plastic covers to keep them in place and hold all your foot soldiers in there like that. Then the bottom tray, this has more guys. So, Goldar. Goldar was one of the big stretch goals, I think around, I don't remember what the dollar amount was, but he was a big one. Everybody was super excited when we actually hit him. And we have Finster. And we have the Green Ranger hero figure. And we have Eye Guy. Oh, Desiree, you don't like that? You don't like Eye Guy? All right, Desiree's not a fan of Eye Guy. Don't hold it against her. There we have this guy. Oh no, my tablet went to sleep. All right.
I don't see any questions so far.
Okay. So we have Time Wizard.
Someone else thinks Eye Guy looks great.
Someone else thinks Eye Guy looks great. Well, you know, he's kind of a handsome fellow. So we have Alpha 5. Robo Goat. Pumpkin Wrapper.
You do have a question.
All right. Somebody's asking, who here knows how to time travel? Oh, he wants it to be July already. Well, the good news is everything's on the boat. So there are boats going to the US that have all of the Kickstarter backer stuff. That's going to one port because it's going to our fulfillment center. There's a boat going to Australia and New Zealand. There's a boat going to Canada, a boat going to Europe. Those are all in progress and are on the way. So they should be landing in about 3 to 4 weeks and then another week or two to get to fulfillment centers. So we're totally on track to deliver in July. So depending on where you live, I know some people have asked when in July. It honestly could be anywhere from the first or second week to July right up until the end of July. It really just depends on where you live and where it's shipping from in relation to that. So that's as much information as I have today. Here we have Red Ranger with the Dragon Shield.
Another question.
I see. So what did somebody say? Oh, Brazam. That's good. So what does it feel like to have knocked this out of the park? So don't jinx us. We're not there yet. So far, so good. Like I'd say we're rounding third base. We're on our way, like a nice, victory dance into home plate. But don't jinx us yet. That boat's still on the water. Godzilla could be out there. Rhino Blaster.
There's another one.
Okay. Primator. I think that's all the guys in here. So this also has first player marker, the power tokens, and then lots of cards. I'm going to show you some of the cards too. So how far in development is the Zeo expansion? So the Zeo expansion is done. It is finished as far as development goes. What else do I want to tell you? I think that's it. It's done. So let's show you some of the cards. So Tommy Oliver, Mighty Morphin White. I don't think we've shown these off yet, so this is going to be the first time. I'll give you some game text. Once per battle, when any ranger reveals a card for defense, you may add 1 shield to that card. And there he is. Oh, I see another question was, how much will an all-in pledge end up weighing? I don't know that off the top of my head. It's a lot. So it's this box, your core box, your Shattered Grid box. What else do we have in there? Cyclopsis, Megazord, the dice set, the villain pack, the extra foot soldiers. The case itself that it comes in is probably about 3 to 4 feet wide. And it all comes in one big giant cardboard box. Yeah, it's huge. So that's Tommy Oliver. Here's Tommy Oliver Mighty Morphin Green. So his keyword is loner. If you are the only player with a ranger in your location, you may add 1 die to each of your attacks. So Tommy Oliver Green Ranger is pretty good on his own. So that's that one. We have Jason Lee Scott, Mighty Morphin Red Dragon Shield. So Legacy of the Dragon. During setup, add the Dragon Shield, Mighty Morphin Red, and Dragon Dagger, Mighty Morphin Red cards to your starting hand. So you're going to get those extra cards which are in these decks, and those will get added to your hand. Then we have Kimberly Ann Hart, Rebel Ranger Slayer, finishing shot. After the last enemy card in the combat sequence resolves, deal 1 damage to an enemy card of your choice. So she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Desiree's like, yeah, Ranger Slayer. So let's see, some other ones here. We have Jason Lee Scott, Mighty Morphin Red. These were the alternates that you guys got in the Kickstarter, right, with the retro art. So there's red. Here's Billy Retro Blue.
Those are the Power Rangers I know.
These are the ones that you, from your childhood? How old were you when Power Rangers came out?
Are you allowed to ask that question?
I don't know. Is that an HR violation? I'm not allowed to ask your age? No, you already have the job. Now I can ask.
Your age is a requirement.
Okay.
I don't remember how old I was when it came out, but I think I was still in
Elementary school? Okay. Well, yeah, that's the right age. So here's Zach with Hip Hop Keto, his retro card. There you go. Kimberly's Quick Shot, right? That's her retro card. And then Trini, this is her retro card. And there you go. So let's see, other Ranger cards that are in here. So we have Tommy Oliver, Guardian of Light. We have Tommy's Loner in retro as well. I don't know if we even told you guys that we were going to do that, but we decided to do those two as retros as well. Mighty Morphin Red, this is Rocky. So this was the alternate versions of some of those Rangers that changed in the later seasons. So we have the Rocky card. Then we have Adam Park. And Cat Hillard. There you go. I'm not reading all the game text, so people are going to have to go into the stream and figure it out. I'm sure they'll post it in the Facebook group. Oh, and then Aisha.
Forget the Yellow Ranger.
Was that your favorite?
So pink and yellow were I love Saber-Tooth Tiger more a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool.
All right, that's good. And then we have the White Tiger Zord, Mighty Morphin White. So the Tiger Zord, exhaust this card when any Ranger performs a maneuver to allow another Ranger to immediately play one card with an energy cost of 0. So there's the white.
And you have a few more questions.
Somebody said we haven't seen the Ranger Slayer mini. Oh, I did overlook it. I'll show it to you in a minute. Dragon Zord. Yeah. And then the Grave Zord for the Rebel Ranger Slayer. There you go. And then Alpha 5, Loyal Robot. So, do you know what Alpha 5 says, Desiree?
I don't.
You don't know?
Alpha 5?
Yeah. You don't know what his catchphrase is?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh my gosh.
I remember what he looks like, and he was like crazy. And
He was very crazy, and he would say, "Ay, ay, 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 ay," right? That guy.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
We just talked about that.
All right. So we have Alpha 5, there's one side, and there's the other side of Alpha 5. There you go. All right, so I forgot to show you guys the Ranger Slayer. So let's show the Ranger Slayer, because she is pretty awesome. There you go. So check it out.
So cool.
It is very cool. So those are the minis. Then here's a giant deck of cards. I'll show you some of these cards. I think I have a hand.
Sorry, can you do the Ranger again?
Oh.
Sorry.
The Ranger Slayer again?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
My bad, guys. There we go. All right.
All right. So while you guys are soaking in the Ranger Slayer, I'm going to use my handy dandy X-Acto knife to open up one of the giant stacks of cards and show you guys some cards. Because I don't think we've shown any of these off yet either. So this is the first time anybody's going to get to see them. Open some of these.
Someone is also asking, that might be Terry, can you show alpha?
Can I show alpha? I guess so. All right, so there's a Ranger Slayer for you. Let's show alpha. Did I skip alpha too?
I don't remember seeing alpha.
All right.
Aw, good old
Soak it in. Good old alpha.
I'll never forget his catchphrase.
Well, maybe we'll have you do it on camera someday too.
We'll see.
All right. This one's pretty cool. So the Dragon Dagger, 3 attacks, and you get to perform that action twice. So Dragon Dagger from the Green Ranger is super awesome, and then when he's alone, he's even better. So Green Ranger, let's see, what else can we show you? Oh, this one, Bow of Darkness. So the Bow of Darkness, ignore the guard keyword when choosing a target for this attack, and 5 damage from the Bow of Darkness. I want a Bow of Darkness. There's some people I'd like to hit for 5 damage. Maybe out in the real world. Let's see. Oh no. Let's see.
Get on Scott's bad side.
That's right. You know what? The other thing that I would really like to have in my life? I'd like a moon door. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, yeah, I need a moon door. That would be handy. Oh, here's another one. So the Dragon Dagger, this might sound familiar, 3 attack and perform this action twice. So you get to attack twice. Dragon Shield. I'm not going to show you that one. You guys will have to wait.
Someone's like, no.
We gotta save some things for later. So these are all the rest of the cards. So you get all the cards for all of the bad guys, for all the monsters, generals, all the villains. And then a whole other deck. And these are all the rest of them. So you get oh, look at that. Nice little. So we have everybody else's stuff, like Finster, Primotor, Pumpkin Raptor, Rhino Blaster, Robo-Goat. Everybody's in here. Wizard of Deception, and so on. So that's everything in the main box. This is all the Kickstarter exclusives. I'll show you the back of the box right here. So again, we tried to keep the back and everything. You know, there's of course all the legal stuff that we have to put down here, but we kept it as small as possible because we really wanted the box to look awesome. So
The texture's kind of cool.
the texture is very cool. So you might not be able to see this. The camera might not pick it up, but there's this really cool pattern that's kind of throughout the art, and you'll see it on all sides, the front and the back of the box, and it gives this really kind of like almost slightly prismatic effect. It's really neat. So we have the full art on the back, all the sides like I showed you earlier, and all your Kickstarter exclusives fit neatly in one box, so when you put them on the shelf, you can have all your stuff together with your base game and your Shattered Grid expansion and everything else. So yeah, there you go.
Well, I think there's a few questions that we might have missed.
Oh, let's see. So somebody said, why didn't we see the alpha card? Oh.
Maybe it went too fast.
Oh, it might have gone too fast. All right, I'll show you the Alpha 5 card. So here's Alpha 5, that's one side.
Okay.
All right, and here's Alpha 5, the other side. And then, of course, there's Alpha. There's special rules for Alpha 5, right? So Alpha 5, loyal robot, depending on how you're playing him, and then supportive AI. So Alpha 5's a little different, right? You can play him as a player, or you can just kind of play him as an NPC that helps the team. He sits in the command center and does his thing.
There is one, I think we might have missed, right below the,
What's the question?
let me find it.
Oh, well, I see. Well, so somebody's asking, will the expansions and everything be available at GenCon? That's the plan. So Kickstarter's product is supposed to arrive by July. We're going to fulfill everything in July, so all the backers will have it on time. And then GenCon is the first week of August. So if everything goes according to plan, yes, you will be able to get everything at GenCon that is available at retail. And we may even have a very small amount of Kickstarter exclusive boxes available. Like we said in the Kickstarter, we have to hit minimums and order extras for customer service and that sort of thing, and that we'll probably have a pretty small amount of these, but they're going to be really limited, and we'll just bring them to shows, and we might put a few up on our website if there's enough left. But like when I'm saying limited, less than 100 extras of these are probably in existence. So that's the plan.
And then just before this last thing that was posted, did we get, are all our orders already packed together, or what have we done at distribution centers?
So all of your orders are already packed at the factory. So about 2 months ago, I was in China with Leisha, our director of operations, and we were at the factory and we created models using mock-ups. Not everything was built yet or done, but we created these models of how everything's supposed to be packed in the box and created a model for every different variation that could be packed. And all those go in custom printed cartons. So when you get them, it's gonna have the Power Rangers logo on the outside of the cardboard box, and all your information. If you got the Morphin Master tier, for example, it'll say Morphin Master on the side of your box, on the side of your case. And when they come into the distribution centers here in the States or Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the EU, UK, all they need to do is put your shipping information on it, print your label, and send it out the door. So turnaround time in the distribution centers should be really, really quick. So let's see, what else do we have here? When do you think the Zeo expansion will come out, and will it be on Kickstarter? We're not ready to tell you yet. I think it's gonna come out soon. But we'll tell you as soon as we know. But it's done. For them, it's designed and done and ready to go. We're still wrapping up some graphic design and art things, but we'll have news for you pretty shortly. So that's the plan. Is Zordon represented as a card? Represented? Blah, blah, blah. What is that? Yeah.
Represented?
Yeah, there you go. Represented. Is it represented as a card as well? Zordon does not have a direct presence in the game yet. That's something that we might do down the road. We had a lot of good feedback during the Kickstarter campaign, and there was a lot of good ideas, so we'll see. We've got a lot to finish up, but you might see Zordon down the road. So, all right. Was there anything else anybody wanted to get a second look at? Because if not, I think it's time to pack this sucker up in the box. This is my sample copy. I'm taking it home. It's not going anywhere else.
Any more questions, Terry? Anything that you want us to cover? I don't know if you can hear me.
So yeah, this is pretty cool. We're really happy with the way this came out. Everybody did a great job working on the product internally. All the feedback that we got on Kickstarter was phenomenal, and the finished product really couldn't be better. So we're super happy and pleased about it, and hopefully everybody else will be as well. And we got one last question, and I think it's time to go. Any chance for a rulebook PDF now that everything is on the boat? Yes, the rulebook is finished, so we can probably post that rulebook on our website, and that way you guys can download it and check it out. But I think we've already posted some early drafts and things like that, and we've had countless gameplay videos. But now that we're in the home stretch and everything's on the water, I'm pretty sure we can get that posted. So stay tuned. We'll post it in social media. If you are not a member of the Facebook Power Rangers group, I urge you to go to our Facebook page, look at the group section, and then go join the Power Rangers group. That's very active and lively. People are in there every single day, posting things, having fun, just talking about Power Rangers, asking questions, we're answering questions. We're also putting out an update on our Kickstarter page once a month. We'll continue to update the Kickstarter page through updates once a month, even after we've delivered for a while. But eventually things will probably shift into the Facebook page, because that's just a little bit more organic and a little bit better from a day-to-day perspective. But in the meantime, Kickstarter's still active. You can tune in there if that's your preference, but if not, join us on Facebook. So, box art view, please. So we did that at the beginning, but I'm happy to show it to you one more time. So here is the lid and the sides to the box. And I'll show you the bottom one more time. So the sides.
The eye.
The eye guy. Desiree's not a fan of the eye guy, huh? And the back of the box is pretty awesome. And to give you guys some perspective here of like how deep this box is, right? 3 trays fill up this box. So it's pretty awesome. And these are big, oversized, beefy miniatures. This is, I think, this is definitely by far the biggest box that Renegade has ever produced to hold a game. This is even bigger than the core box for the core game. It's the core box is maybe an inch or so less deep. This one is massive, so it's pretty awesome. So stay tuned. Subscribe to our Twitch channel. In the future, we're going to do more playthroughs, maybe play Shattered Grid. I don't think we've played that yet live. Play through some of the expansion content that we have coming up after we announce that, and go on from there. So I guess we're done. We've covered all the bases, shown you all the stuff. There's a few cards that maybe you didn't get to see. We'll continue to spoil those leading up to the release, but look forward to your Kickstarter pledge arriving in July, as long as everything is on time. And we'll have more news for you about future releases coming up very, very soon. Follow us on social media on Facebook. We're facebook.com/playrenegade, @playrenegade on Twitter, and renegadegamestudios.com on the interwebs. Thanks for joining us, and talk to you next time.